After using luxury skincare and beauty products for the last 25 years of my life, I decided to sit down and compile a list that contains 15 products that are the most coveted, the most impressive, the most spectacular and effective products that I have ever used. And this is what I call today the beauty bucket list. I'll start with foundation. What is the absolutely most incredible foundation in the world? And unfortunately, it happens to also be the most expensive foundation in the world, and I am referring to Valmont Temps-Pressure. Valmont Temps-Pressure is an anti-aging foundation that is also firming and lifting. It's based on stem cells, DNA, triple DNA, and RNA. So there's a lot of science in this foundation. This foundation has a matte, very sophisticated, very natural finish. The most impressive thing about this foundation is when you take it off at night, your skin feels absolutely incredible. It feels firmer and smoother, as if you've actually spent the whole day in a spa. It's also the most blurring foundation. It's like an Instagram filter. I do actually recommend the second foundation as well, and this is the La Prairie Skin Caviar foundation. It has a concealer on top. This foundation is suitable for any skin type. It's smoothing, it's blurring, it's hydrating. It's absolutely amazing, and it also contains skin caviar, which makes it an anti-aging foundation. One little tip though, if you do want the absolute best foundation in the whole world, that it doesn't really get any better than this, is actually if you combine these two foundations, you actually mix them. So what happened is this absolutely phenomenal concoction of the Valmont filter, the smoothing, and the just incredible blurring effect, but you also get the hydration, the skin caviar from La Prairie. The next product is a skincare product, and this is a recent addition to the La Prairie family, and I am talking about the Gold Balm. This is a cream slash balm that is supposed to be used only at night. Now, in addition to the absolutely incredible packaging, very well thought out, kind of rotating cap, this Gold Balm definitely has the most unique and incredible consistency that you have ever tried in your life. Nothing else compares to this, the texture of this, and the absolutely incredible user experience when you're applying that, not to mention the scent of it, which is also impeccable and luxurious. It has the ability to really transport you into a really beautiful, beautiful world. Now, in addition to the user experience sensation, this Gold Balm does give you an incredible hydration. It does give you a smooth, plumped, and just overall improved tone and texture of your skin. So yes, definitely splurge worthy at least once in your life. Now let's talk about perfumes. Usually for me, fragrance is something that I need every morning to put me in a certain mood. That's how I associate fragrance with either a certain memory, but most of the time perfumes and a certain scent has the ability to put me in a good mood or a certain mood that I want. We have all heard about Baccarat. It's one of those scents that is very unique and very, very talked about. Baccarat is by Francis Maison Kurkdjian. I also love that perfume, but this is not the scent I'm talking about. My absolute favorite fragrance by Francis Maison Kurkdjian, and probably overall, is Gentle Fluidity Gold. Now, Gentle Fluidity Gold is one of those scents that when you apply it, it has the ability to make you feel empowered, to make you feel sensual, but also decisive. It's very subtle, it's very sophisticated, it's very womanly and very feminine, but also empowering. It gives me strength and it puts me in a very calm state of mind. When you're a woman in power and you have to make decisions on a daily basis, you want to have that professional calm, and this is exactly what this fragrance accomplishes. It's also suitable for day, night, work, date. It doesn't really matter any season, any event. This fragrance is the most useful fragrance in my collection. A recent discovery of mine is a German brand called Auteur. Every product contains a lot of different anti-aging ingredients at a very high concentration level, which is exactly what you want. One product I want to talk to you about by Auteur, and that's the Line Serum. Now, why do I like it so much? It's the fastest acting serum that I have actually ever tried. The Line Serum actually does contain Cinec. Cinec is a peptide which is modeled after pretty much Botox-like, so that's why I call the Line Serum Botox in a bottle, and it actually does have that effect. I think once in your life you have to experience the power of Cinec and the power of Auteur, and specifically the Line Serum. Let's talk about face powders. Within the last few years, I have been obviously experimenting with a lot of different powders. I did discover the absolute best face powder in the world by far, and it's made by Sisley Paris, and I'm referring to the loose powder. Now, Sisley Paris has 4 or 5 different finishes of their loose powder. So you have one that it has a matte finish, then you have one that is more on the glowy side, and then you have a powder that I've recently discovered that it sits right in the middle. It's not too matte, but it's not too glowy either. It gives you a satin finish, and I'm talking about Rose Orient loose powder. The name kind of implies they will have a pinkish cool tone, and I am a neutral kind of shade. But a few months ago I decided to experiment, and why not? So I purchased the Rose Orient, and wow, I have to say, the most beautiful finish that you could ever have. Obviously I use it as a setting powder, and I do have to mention all loose powders by Sisley have a translucent finish. So they pretty much do not have exactly a shade, but they will give you a different finish, matte, glowy. And that's why I like Rose Orient, because it's exactly in the middle. It's very satin, very skin-like, but not flat matte. So if you're on the market and if you're looking for a spectacular setting powder, then I definitely recommend Rose Orient, the loose setting powder by Sisley. If you've never tried Biologique Recharge Lotion P50 1970, what are you waiting for? It's actually the most incredible product for your skincare that you could ever buy. It will change your skin. So if there's one skincare item that you want to splurge on, I will definitely start there. Let's talk about products for your hair. I've experimented with a lot of hair products. I have a lot of hair, but my hair is very, very fine, and especially ever since I started coloring it has become even finer and frizzier. There's one shampoo and conditioner that, yes, it is kind of pricey, but it's the most spectacular shampoo and conditioner that I have ever tried. And I'm referring to Philip B, the Wave and Shine shampoo and conditioner. In addition to having the scent of just luxury, this shampoo and conditioner make your hair bouncy, slightly wavy, voluminous, and shiny. Eyeshadow palettes. There's so many of them. There's so many that I like. There's so many brands that I love. Tom Ford is one of my favorite brands. I probably have over 45 eye quads by Tom Ford. I love Chanel eye quads. I love Natasha Denona eye quads, but one particular brand that I want to talk about is actually Pat McGrath. If you don't have a Mothership palette by Pat McGrath, I definitely recommend, and I am only referring to the Mothership, the largest palettes, only because they do contain the special shades, they contain different textures, they contain mattes and satins, and also the very kind of sparkly, shiny, special formula by Pat McGrath, which is something that you do not find in any other brand. One Mothership palette is probably enough. Just pick one that you think you're gonna use the most, depending predominantly on the matte shadows, because they're the ones that kind of give you the base. And I guarantee you the matte shadows are the ones that you're probably going to be using the most. Sometimes the special shades are just a topper, and they're all spectacular in every one of the mothership palettes. I do get that question a lot. Desi, you love skincare, you have been using skincare for a very long time, luxury skincare. So what is the best eye cream or eye skincare product? And I have to say, this is probably a very difficult question because there's no single eye cream that will give you everything, that will fix everything. Dark circles and puffiness and lines and wrinkles and etc. Not a single one can do all of it. But I have to say that the closest that I have ever found is actually Valmont V-Shape Eye. Because yes, it does diminish dark circles, it pretty much takes away puffiness, but also it's very hydrating. It's incredible for makeup application if you to use it in the morning. It doesn't sit heavy, but it does give you enough hydration, and also it does help with lines and wrinkles around the eye area. So if you're on the market and if you're looking for something that you think you need for your eye area, something splurge worthy, definitely Valmont V-Shape Eye. Let's talk about lipstick and lipstick formulas, because I think nowadays on the market we have thousands of different brands that are selling you their lipsticks. But I have to say, a long time ago when I started using Tom Ford, pretty much when Tom Ford was born, that's how long I've been, Tom Ford the brand actually was born, that's how long I've been actually using Tom Ford. And I do consider to this date the Tom Ford lipstick and the lipstick formula that Tom Ford actually has to be one of the most coveted and most spectacular formulas. For actually a few different reasons. Number one, you technically don't need a lip liner when you're using a Tom Ford lipstick. The lipsticks and the formulas don't really bleed into lines or outside of your mouth. The formula doesn't smudge, it's actually long lasting. On all of his formulas, I do prefer the Ultra Shine formula. It's probably the most moisturizing one. I like the satin, but even if you go to a matte lipstick, which is something that a lot of people like, you will still like the formula of Tom Ford lipstick. So if you've never tried a Tom Ford lipstick, definitely pick one. Pick one now. Gift yourself the gift of a Tom Ford lip. You will not regret it. Let's talk about a cleansing balm or something that you use every night to remove your makeup. Now, I like doing a double cleanse. This is something that I've been doing for a very, very long time at night predominantly. So the first cleanse for me at night, something that I use to remove my makeup, is actually a balm. Now, this may be a little extra, but if you are to splurge on an item, I definitely recommend the La Prairie Supreme Balm. It's the most rewarding and luxurious experience while you're washing your face at night. So if you're a professional woman like me, if you have very long days, very exhausting days, and at night you are actually looking forward to this 10, 15, 20 minutes that you're going to be sitting down and you're going to be washing your face and then applying your skincare, applying your evening skincare. If you want to pamper yourself, if you want to feel absolutely incredible, and if you want to just take the day off, I definitely recommend the La Prairie Balm. Another hair product, and I want to talk to you about hair masks. Now, once in a while, maybe once a week, or some of you may do it twice a week, it's probably good for your hair to apply a hair mask. And I have tried a lot of different hair masks, and to this day, I have to tell you that the absolute best hair mask that actually works is this hair mask by Sisley. You can leave it on for a couple hours, you can leave it on overnight. It smells really good. It makes your hair renewed, soft, and manageable. It definitely doesn't get any better than this. Another alter product. It actually changed my skin and my appearance. But I do want to talk to you about the Definitive Toner. This is a spray with the finest cloud-like spray. It's absolutely incredible. Now, this is the triple threat, as I call it, because it's not just a toner, it's also a serum. So you can use that as a first serum, you can use it as a toner, you can use it as an essence, you can also use it throughout the day to refresh and hydrate your makeup. It's absolutely the most multifaceted product that you could have, and I definitely think that it's splurge worthy. Now, I do love a really good shine spray, and I have been kind of on the hunt of finding the absolute best shine spray in the world, something that is not that expensive. There is one shine spray that unfortunately is kind of on the pricey side, but something that is definitely splurge worthy once in a while. I am talking about the Platinum Hairspray by Miriam Kivato. It smells delicious. It doesn't weigh down your hair. It actually slightly hydrates, and it also makes your hair extremely shiny and even soft. It also kind of removes frizz a little bit if you have that issue. I color, my hair is dry, fine, so yes, I have all these issues, and I absolutely love that kind of hair shine spray because it fixes all of these problems. So these are my recommended 15 splurge worthy products that I definitely think you should try at least once in your life.